What's up, everybody? This is Kieran Reese, otherwise known as the Obsessive Compulsive Gamer, the O.C.G, and hopefully I'm live. Resi 8 after my internet had a brief issue. Because I cannot seem to catch a fucking break today, I swear to God. Okay. Yeah, sorry, that actually was YouTube. My internet was good before and after. That actually was YouTube dropping the connection briefly. And once it does that, it doesn't come back. Oh well, we're live. I was wondering where you went, and then like, oh no, I went somewhere. I'm like, fuck. Yeah. Anyway, dude, sorry, what I was saying right before it dropped. It looks like RE9 is going to be really well optimized. And it's funny, too, because people were so fucking dumb that it was well optimized and they couldn't even tell. They were doing it in a video showcase, you know, for DLSS S4, like a lot of games do, and they showed that without DLSS S4, on like the top grade computer, RE9 could hit native 4K 60, almost 60 at with path tracing in the city areas, the big open areas. And you know, if you know anything about path tracing, you know it's really fucking demanding. And people I saw people commenting on that video saying, "Oh my god, it can't hit a full 60? That's bad." I'm like, "No, dude. It's a full fucking 4K with path tracing. Do you know how demanding that is in a city area? That murders the CPU." And if it can run at a full native 4K with path tracing on a high-end computer without any kind of reconstruction, then lesser powered computers should have no issue running it without path tracing. You know, so it'll probably run at a flawless 60 on PS5 and Series X. Obviously, with settings downgraded, it's not going to have path tracing, but it pretty much means it should run flawlessly on console. And yeah, most Resident Evil games are well optimized, like you said. But with how much this game was upgrading the hardware, it's not a guarantee, you know what I mean? But that gives me confidence. You know, they're going to drop down the resolution, probably 1080p, probably 1440p. Get rid of the path tracing, and it should probably run at 60, no problem. Get fucked. Yeah, well, I tried to fight. Understand something, okay? Here's my shotgun, the nice shotgun, right? That has 760 firepower. That has 1700. I had to hit him with 6 headshots and a grenade shell to get him to go down. And man, the lighting in this game is really good. Like I said, I love the way the sunset looks.
Naturally. This should be enough.
I look forward to seeing the fruits of your exploration.
Welcome, Ethan. Aha! Pay me no mind.
Do let me know if you find anything else of value.
That's towards the main path. I've got more side stuff to do here. Here we go. Am I still streaming? Please tell me I'm still streaming. It didn't fucking drop again. Okay. See, it says nobody's watching me right now. YouTube is fucking weird. Oh shit, wrong way. $1 billion company, guys. See, now I can actually get in the boat, and there's a bunch of extra areas I can get to along the waterways now. which I think is really cool. Yeah, actually, cool thing about it, though, is in the remake of 4, they actually expanded it. The boat is like a full hub now. It's really cool. Like, there's actually, it's kind of like this, where it's like you get on the boat and you can find all kinds of stuff. The remake of 4 is really fucking good. Like, I honestly think Resident Evil 4, Alex, is one of the greatest games of all time ever. And as you know, I'm sure, you know, even not being a huge Resident Evil fan, you've heard of RE4. The remake takes everything that was great about the original game and turns it up to 11. And I never thought I would like the remake more than the original game, but man, they actually outdid the original, which was a fucking task and a half. Even the original director of 4 said he thought they did a fucking amazing job with the remake. And he wasn't even, like, personally involved. He'd already left Capcom many years prior. So, like, he wasn't biased. And, you know, it was his baby. And he was like, man, you guys did really good. Yeah. You should, dude. It's $20 at most. And go run sale. It's on Xbox, Switch, PlayStation, PC. And you kind of have to play. You kind of have to play the original to appreciate how the remake is so good. Oh, yeah, that's great, yeah. Sweet. A shotgun part upgraded, 4 grip. Fuck yeah. Ah, watch this. uh... And see, the side stuff is worth doing in this game. It's not just fetch quests. I got a bunch of ammo and a new shotgun part. Like, they actually make the side stuff well worth doing. It doesn't ever feel like padding. And here's what's funny. You have to light this enemy on fire and then actually get him to walk to the fucking flame over here. Right? See, he chases you. Don't worry, buddy. You can make it. I believe in you. Oh, wait a minute. There's something else in that room. Hold on. Oh, okay. 1 magnum ammo. Oh, no. It's so well, my bad. Oh, shit. Oh, I guess we're going down there. See, like, there's all kinds of really... I love shit like that, you know? Let me check and make sure I'm still alive. I'm just paranoid. And fucking YouTube is saying nobody's watching me, because of course it says that. Well, at least you're still here. Yeah. Okay. And the fact that YouTube is telling me that there are people watching me right now is just not helping my paranoia. You have one fucking job. One job, YouTube. You had one fucking job. Yeah. Here we go. Aha! There we go. Fuck yeah. Oh, wow. See, I think the village exploration in this game is handled really, really well. So, like, if we could get, like, 3 or 4 hubs this size in RE9, that would be fucking insane. Let me see. Okay. Let me try going... Yeah, exactly. Okay, I'm going to continue with the main story for a little bit. And this part here is what I'm talking about when I said it's one of my favorite parts of this game. I think this is fucking amazing. Yeah. You'll get to see what I mean. There's a part in this, you go to the stronghold, and it's the Lycan stronghold. And I can't do it justice, but it is peak game design. You're gonna see. You're fighting waves and waves of werewolves. And it's just, I feel like everything comes together and it is just like peak game design. You'll see what I mean. Yeah. There's a slaughterhouse. Once again, another side area. There's not even on the way. There's not even a stronghold. Right? Really, bro? Yeah, great. He summoned friends. What a fucking douchebag. Oh, fuck. Think. Fuck, he's dead. Yeah, that wasn't. It's not just weirdos you fight. That was closer to the vampire side of things. Ah, shit. Woo! Now we can go to the stronghold. And I just, like I said, I think the combat design in this is amazing. You'll see what I mean. Hell, I never said I don't have good aim. Fucking them up. This is where shit starts to get real. Really, asshole?
How do I get this door open?
No. It works for me quite well. I think the results speak for themselves. I think I'm a pretty fucking good shot, man. And see, everything about that encounter I thought was fucking perfect. The sunset, the setting in the woods, zombie, or not, the werewolf coming fucking up the stairs, attacking you from behind, the distance, the way you can move through the stronghold, like, that is peak fucking encounter design. In my opinion. No, that was main stuff. And it's not over yet either. I'm just saying that to me was just everything in the game came together and clicked. You have this wide open area, but it's controlled. You have enemies coming close up. You have enemies coming from away. You have a bunch of different tools to use. I could have used different weapons. You can fight him up close or stick to the stairs. You can choose each lever on each side differently. You can go to the top level or the bottom level. Like, everything in the game clicks in that moment. And then you have this awesome setting, this ancient stronghold in the woods, the sunset, the castle in the distance. Like, and for me, everything clicked. I just think that's fucking just really good in design. Like, everything about that moment gels.
This must be their den.
And you've been fighting these werewolves the whole game. And now you take it right into fucking their neighborhood. You know what I mean? Shit. And this is the perfect example of what I mean when I say people think that horror in a game, Alex, has to be achieved with low ammo and only a couple enemies. But Resident Evil 4, and by extension this game, which continues that philosophy, shows that you can have a lot of ammo and a lot of enemies and it still feel like horror because of the overwhelming nature. That is what Resident Evil 4 did. You would be swarmed by the fucking villagers. I am not bored by this thing. They would fucking throw axes at you, fucking have torches, break down the doors, swarm you. It was a different type of horror, but it's still horror. And you can see I'm firing off bullets left and right. there's a ton of enemies, but it still feels tense. It still feels like horror in a way that 6 didn't. In 6, I was arguably firing off just as many bullets, fighting just as many enemies, but that felt like a shooter. It didn't feel like horror. It's the way that it's balanced. You can still have it be horror and have a ton of weapons and a ton of enemies at once. And this encounter shows that. This is fucking intense. You're being swarmed from all sides by rabid enemies crawling across the floor, jumping up and down, throwing shit at you, having fucking flaming arrows. Ah, fuck. And this kind of gives you a taste of the philosophy that RE4 uses. Because when they made 4, people were getting tired of the Resident Evil formula. It's not like people love Resident Evil, they still love Resident Evil, but they had done like 6 games in a row that had the same formula, the classic RE formula. So the goal with 4 was to switch stuff up. The guy felt it needed a change. The OG creator, Shinji Megami. And so he wanted it to be horror, but in a different school of horror. Shit. Yeah. Ah, fuck. Oh boy. See, they're crawling on the fucking walls and hopping across. That is fucking unnerving. Do you see what I mean? That feeling of but I mean, yeah, you saw that fucking hop, hop, hop after your ass. Well, they're pushing over each other to get to you. That overwhelming feeling of oh shit, they're coming, oh my god, I've got to run. I was getting surrounded like oh no. That is what Resident Evil 4 did. And by extension, this game, it follows that same design philosophy. In fact, they meant this to be inspired by the OG 4, because this is before the remake of 4. And so there's a bunch of callbacks to RE4 in this game. You go to a village in 4, there's a boat in 4. Like, it's not like a repeat or anything, but there's a bunch of callbacks to this. And that's what I mean. There are people, Alex, who will try to tell you RE4 isn't horror. It's horror. It's a different type of horror. And the best way that I can describe it is it's like the classic Resident Evil games are like Day of the Dead. This looming threat. Oh man, we're trapped in the house. We're running out of ammo. The zombies keep coming. They're. Resident Evil 4 is like 28 days later. They're running after us. They're bashing on the fucking doors. They're tearing each other apart. They're coming. Go, 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 go. It's a different type of horror, but it's horror. It's valid. And that's what I mean. It's white knuckle tension. And that's why Resident Evil 4 is so well regarded and lauded, because it is edge of your seat. You start off 4, you get to the village, and it has one of the best fucking video game set piece moments in like the first 20 minutes. You're fighting a couple enemies, you're in the village, you're like, oh, what's going on? Then you get to the village center, it's this big center. You can freely go into the center, and once the enemies see you, they start pouring in. And their AI for 2005 was incredible. The AI still holds up now. Like, the AI was something else. They are throwing hatchets at you, trying to stab you with pitchforks. If you go into a building and you're trying to barricade, you can push it in front of the door. They are trying to break through the door. They can put up a ladder to get you in the second level and break through the windows. Then, while you're getting surrounded, oh shit, there's the guy with the fucking chainsaw, where if he touches you, it's a literal insta-kill. He chops your fucking head off. So, you're sitting there, and you just have a handgun and a shotgun, a couple grenades, and they're fucking pouring in. And then the guy with the chainsaw comes in, and you're pushing shit in front of the door to barricade you. You're kicking the ladder down so they can't come up to get you. And it's like, dude, I don't have enough ammo for this. They're coming. And it's really a brilliant design, because in RE4, in that initial village standoff, you either have to last a certain amount of time, the game doesn't tell you, it's an invisible timer, or kill a certain amount of enemies, and then it ends. So you can do either. You can either go aggressive and try to take as many out until you reach that threshold, or you can just try to, push in front of the door, find a hiding space, and wait it out. And the village is big. You can climb up a clock tower and try to shoot them down from the clock tower. You can go into the building and barricade the doors. You can try going over here behind the shed. So they give you these tools, but they don't dictate how you use them. And you're given the space to decide, do I want to fight over here? Do I want to fight over here? And there's a shotgun hanging on the wall. You don't have a shotgun. So you're sitting there, you're being surrounded by enemies, like, fuck yeah, shotgun, and grab it down off the fucking wall. You can jump through the window. And Leon plays a cutscene where he jumps and rolls. So literally, enemies are swarming you. Dive out of the fucking window. And, this is 2005, dude. That shit is still good to this day. So I want you to imagine fucking playing that shit on GameCube. Resident Evil 4 was fucking crazy ahead of the time. There's a reason why people love it so much, man. It's not just, it's a part of the hype. It was a fucking revolutionary. The AI was next level, and it's still good to this day. People still use it as a reference. It was the game that made behind the back camera popular. And that's like the basis for like every fucking third-person shooter ever now. Where RE4 was the game that made over-the-shoulder aiming a thing. It was one of the first games to have you be able to hit enemies in different parts of their body and then react. You shoot a guy in his knee. He goes, oh, and grabs his knee. You shoot him in the head, and you can hit him. You can shoot weapons out of their hand. And it was one of the most beautiful-looking games on the GameCube, Alex. So even games that were horror games had taken so much inspiration from Resident Evil 4. And you put all that together, the great graphics, Leon being a badass, Leon being a badass Alex, that's now his character, came from 4. Remember, in RE2, he's a rookie. He's cool, but he wasn't a badass. It was his first day on the force. 4 was when he's, working with the government. He's this part of the Secret Service. Badass. He's been training. He literally spent 6 years training with the fucking Secret Service. So, you have Leon being a badass. You have the awesome graphics. It was one of the prettiest games on that generation. Honestly, maybe the prettiest GameCube game graphically. Or at very least one of them. I mean, it looked great. All the cutscenes were real-time, Alex. Which was also uncommon for then. A lot of the cutscenes were videos and shit. So having the cutscenes look that good and be real-time, that was one. Along with God of War, they both came out the same year, 2005. The aiming, the AI being super great, like RE4 was so fucking ahead of the time, and then it just has the perfect amount of cheese. It never is so silly that it's a joke, but they know how to throw in just a little bit of funniness just to take the edge off. Like Leon wisecracking, like you're sitting there, and it's oh shit in the village, and then the bell rings, and that's what saves Leon because he's swarmed. Because the bell tells them Sadler's calling, and then they're ignoring Leon because once the bell rings, they don't see anything else. The bell is telling them get your ass to the church. So Leon is sitting there, and they were just trying to kill him 30 seconds ago, and he's looking now. They're ignoring him, and he's like, "What?" And he looks around and he says, "Where is everybody going? Bingo?" And then it pans up, and then you get the Resident Evil 4 title card. Just a little bit of cheese after that insanely tense moment. And that's in the first fucking 20 minutes of Resident Evil 4. And you can start to understand why the game is so loved. And the whole game is that quality. So, I mean, RE4 immediately hits the fucking ground running and keeps you there. I love it. I fucking love it. And I was just trying to explain to you why people love it. Why every time you hear somebody bring up Resident Evil 4, it's like, oh my god, I love it. You might hear somebody say, I don't like it or whatever, but 99% of people be like, yeah, fucking Resident Evil 4 is awesome. People who don't even like Resident Evil are like, fuck yeah, Resident Evil 4. That's why. It was fucking incredible. It was revolutionary. It changed it made it made third-person shooters what they are. It had great graphics. It had memorable enemies. Leon is a fucking badass. It had just enough cheese to be memorable and make you laugh. But never where it's like, oh, this is just a joke. You know what I mean? Like, they were very careful not to overdo it and make it silly. Then you wouldn't take it seriously. But it's like, oh, hey, we just had a really tense moment, so now Leon's gonna make a joke. You explore the village, the castle, the island, and they're constantly throwing new shit at you. It's a fucking stone cold classic, dude. For a reason. Some games really do live up to the hype, and I firmly believe RE4 is one of them. I played it at launch. I was fucking 9 years old, man. And it blew my little fucking mind. And it's probably the game I have played the most in my life. I don't have an exact number because they didn't count game numbers then, and I pretty much played it on every system it's been on. I played it on GameCube when it came out. Shit time. My dad actually had the limited edition Steel 10. If you pre-order the game from GameStop, you could get a Steel 10 that was beautiful, bright red. It was awesome. We lost it, but it was so cool. And it had the Resident Evil symbol and then the game inside it, and it had a card of artwork and a tiny little strategy guide. It was fucking sick. Then I played it on PS2. Even though that's a downgraded port, it added some new stuff. I played it on Wii. Like, I have played RE4 so many times. And the remake, I thought, okay, remaking RE4 is a tall order. It is so loved. And so many people love 4 that just making a good remake wouldn't have been enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're remaking one of the most beloved games of fucking all time, you need to make sure you bring the noise. Just good isn't good enough. Even the team that did Resident Evil 4 initially didn't want to make it because they were afraid they would not be able to live up to the legend. They did the Resident Evil 2 remake, which also had Leon, and it was a huge success. A great game. If you ever get the chance to play it, I highly recommend it. And after 2 came out, people loved it. People were like, "Oh my god, this is such a good remake of 2." Uh, Capcom has said, "Well, you did really good with Leon in 2. We think you should remake 4 next." Because they had another team working on 3. They usually have like 3 or 4 Resident Evil games in production at once with different teams. That's how they're able to pump them out without sacrificing quality. So they're like, well, we want you to do 4. And at first they're like, I don't know. That's a really tall fucking order. Like, even they knew, like, the pressure. Like, we can't fuck this up, or we will never hear the end of it. But they absolutely made the right decision because they're like, okay, you already did a great job remaking Resident Evil 2, which is also a really celebrated game, with Leon, so they were the perfect choice for 4, and 4 was fucking incredible. I went into it, and I knew it was going to be good, because 7 was great, and then Resident Evil 2 Remake was great. I'm like, even if this is the same team, this is great. I love 2 Remake. But I thought it probably won't live up to my memory of the original game, because you can't recapture lightning in a bottle twice. But I swear to God, they fucking did it. My jaw was on the floor the entire time I played that remake. They managed to keep everything that was good about RA4 and turn it up and make it even better. They managed to fix some of the flaws that people had, because 4 wasn't perfect. Nothing, no game is. They fixed a lot of the flaws. They modernized the graphics, and then they even added a bunch of stuff from Resident Evil 2 Remake, because that was the last game they did. So it's like you had all the good stuff from 4, and then they threw in classic RE things in the blender as well, and it worked. So it's like you have 4, and you also have more of this, and it felt like the culmination of what that team had been doing. And it fucking floored me. And I actually prefer it to the original game. And I never thought I would say that, but holy shit, the remake is fucking amazing. And then that's why I'm explaining to you. I know I'm on a spiel. I'm sorry. I just get excited about it. Because, goddamn, the fucking odds were stacked against them. And they fucking crushed it. Have you heard somebody say anything bad about RE4 Remake? The worst I've ever heard somebody say about it was, oh, I don't like the new actress for Ada. Which, okay. The general consensus is they nailed it. And when you understand how big of a deal RE4 was to begin with, the fact that they crushed it, that they exceeded expectations, should tell you how fucking great RE4 Remake is. And they're taking that into RE9. They've already said, we want RE9 Leon sections to be a continuation and improvement of his shit in 4 Remake. So, I'm getting excited. And I'm going to look up a clip, and I'm going to show it to you later, of Leon kicking ass. Oh, fuck. 1 second, I'll be right back. And that's why I'm so excited. For RE9. Because they're like, hey, let's bring over all that goodness from RE4 Remake, and we'll improve it even more. And then we're going to add in a bunch of the cool stuff that we did in RE7 and 8 with Grace. And meld them together. That sounds fucking amazing. In a big-ass open sandbox. Like, yeah, that sounds fucking sick. Good. And I apologize if that was like a lengthy tangent. I just get really excited about that stuff. And I was trying to explain to you, from my perspective, why as a fan of Resident Evil, I'm so pumped for 9. It just seems almost like the culmination of everything I love in the series. All coming together. And if you see how cool Leon's gameplay is, dude, I think you're gonna get excited too. His gameplay in RE9 looks fucking insane. Yeah. Well, like I said, man, I'm here to help you out. I played every main game in the series a bunch. Really? Now, you dick. Shit. And see, I find this tense as shit. This to me is horror. Some people don't think this is horror. I disagree. I do. I feel like them coming for you, being like, oh my god, I'm being surrounded. Oh my god, what do I do is hard to me. Yeah. Ah, caught a mid-pounce, bitch. Well, I like them both, dude. If you remember, like I told you, man, my 3 favorite Resident Evil games, I like most of the games in the series, but my 3 favorite Resident Evil games are Resident Evil 1 Remake, which is classic, 4 Remake, which is modern, and then the 7. So, I honestly like the old and the new. Some people like the old, some people like the new. I genuinely like both. And I really like 8, but it stopped from being in my S tier because they have a part where it goes like RE6.
Okay, big guy.
For most of this game, they manage a very good balance of action and tension and horror. Like 4, they write a fine line. But there's a specific part after the factory where they just kind of jump the shark and it goes full like shooter, like 6 again. And thankfully it recovers before the end, but there being a chunk of the game like that stops me from liking it as much as 7, which is all the way through good. But once again, that section's not bad. Like, it almost goes Call of Duty. You actually play Chris, which is cool, but he's wearing military gear, night vision goggles, and you're calling in drone strikes. It honestly feels like, did we just step in a fucking Call of Duty? But it's only one section. But I feel like 7 is just like perfect, pretty much perfect all the way through. So I like 7 slightly more. But then 8, if we're counting DLC, the DLC for 8 is so good it gets to an S tier. There's a DLC for this, a post-game expansion called Shadows of Rose. And it is honestly one of my favorite parts of the entire series. Bar none. And that, you know, that elevates the game, but then that's DLC, so it's like we're counting base game, but if we include the DLC, it bumps 8 up to 7's level. The DLC is so good. It is one of my favorite DLCs of all time ever. And I'll be playing it after I beat this. After the main game. It's set up as like the epilogue, and it's fucking incredible. And it has one of the scariest sequences in any game I've ever played. It takes a lot to get to me in a horror game, because I played so many of them. There's actually a specific part in Shadows of Rose that is fucked up. Fear does have some good moments.
That's not good.
I agree. And now we're fighting the big Lycan Chief. The big bad. Pretty much, yeah. Yeah. God, I haven't seen Toy Story in fucking ages. Oh yeah, just grab the pillar. Yeah, that's fair. And then he summons his friend, because he's a fucking asshole. Shit. Oh yeah, yeah. Just throw a fucking pillar at me, that's great. Ah, fuck. Shit. Oh fuck, thank God.
Eat shit.
shit.
What?
You're the real deal, Ethan. Well done.
Quit hiding, asshole. I'm not letting you get out of this.
Cool your jets. Just a little bit more, and you're all wrapped up. I'll lend you a hand. So in exchange...
In exchange of what?
First of all, come to me. Put all the flasks in the altar, and I'm sure you'll figure the rest out. See you, Ethan.
God damn it.
See, I just think that whole stronghold section is just fucking awesome. See, there's an optional monster here. I'll fight here in a bit. And then there's one more section of the game before we get to the wrap-up, the factory, which is really cool. Introduce a whole new type of monster. It's like mechanical, like gears and shit, like a giant robotic heart and stuff. So they throw you a curveball. That's right, I need to go to the merchant.
It's my greatest pleasure to see you return alive. As you wish. Aha! Oh, excellent choice. I saw you eyeing that one. Thank you for your patronage.
What was that? What? What's going on?
Don't worry about the kid, Ethan. It'll be fine.
It is, yeah.
Just get your ass across the bridge.
Shit. I hold on. I'm gonna make sure I have a way to get back to the village. There's a certain point you get locked out. Yeah, I have to go back. My bad. I didn't lose that much progress. There's a couple more things I want to do there. Yeah. Ah, fuck, I have to do the whole battle with the werewolf again. Fuck me. Right back, Alex. I'm going to take a short break and switch games. If you still want to watch, you can. If not, I appreciate you being here.